Hey friends, have you started growing anything for this year's garden? Have you started seeds inside? Drop it in the comments, let me know what you have started, and also tell me where you're growing at. Good morning friends, and welcome back to the homestead. So it is a rainy morning, and what better time to get into the pup house and start sowing some seeds. I am so excited friends. I am going to be starting my onion seeds today. So we're going to head into the pump house and get started on that. Alright friends, so I did a little bit of cleaning up here in the pump house. I at least got my table cleaned up so I can actually work on it. And I moved things out of the way so that I can actually work around here. So I did pick up a couple trays from Lowe's yesterday. I'm going to head to the truck, pick those up, and then I'll be right back and we are going to get started on sowing some seeds. Alright friends, so we're in the pump house. I've got my section all cleared off where I'm going to be working. These are the little kits that I picked up at Lowe's. I wanted these because of the trays. I really like the individual smaller trays. And it has a lid that I can put over it for a greenhouse effect. Because with your onions, you want to keep that cover over them until you see them sprout. Once you see them start sprouting, then you can remove the cover and just have your heat lamp and your grow lights over them. So we're going to give this a try and see how this works. So here's our cells. So these are our cells that we're going to be working with. There's a total of 72 cells. So that's quite a few onions that I'm going to be getting. This is the bottom part, so it'll collect all the water. You just place your cell inside the tray, and then we have the lid that goes on top for your greenhouse effect. Now let's talk about the onions that I'm going to be planting this year. This is going to be my first time ever planting onions from seed. Last year was the first time I ever planted onions, period. I did starts that I bought from my local extension office, and a combination of weeds taking over and just not enough maintenance on it, they did not do good at all. These are a few of what I have left of my onions, and you can tell they just did not get very big at all. The weeds were a nightmare. So I will be planting these somewhere separate. I'm not sure where I'm going to plant them yet, but I'm thinking I'm probably going to do it in my backyard garden because I can control the weeds back there better, I believe, than I can down in the actual garden. And this is one of my onions that is already starting to sprout. So I don't know, I'll plant this and see what happens. I don't think anything will happen from this, but we'll see. Maybe I'll get some flowers and some seeds that I can transplant for next year. So this year I picked up a couple different varieties from my Lowe's while I was there. I got the Walla Walla onions, the sweet Spanish Utah jumbo onion, and the red Burgundy onion. Now let's go ahead and fill our cells with our soil. I'm going to be using this Miracle Grow raised bed soil. So we'll see how this works with our cells. Again, friends, I am not an expert. I am just trying it out and learning as I go. This is going to be my second full year actually growing here and growing from seed. Back in California, we just threw seeds in the ground and everything grew. So it's a learning curve for me here. This is only my second year. I'm just trying things out and figuring it out as I go. This soil is already very, very wet, so I don't have to worry about watering it too much. This is saturated soil. I am just going through and breaking it up so it's soft and there's not many clumps when I go to put it inside the cells. Alright, I'm just going to take it in and start filling my cells. Alright, so I have my cells all full with my soil, so I'm going to go ahead and start my seeds. I am going to start with the Walla Walla seeds. And I'm going to put one seed per cell. There's 150 seeds in here, so I'm not going to do all of them. You know, I'll do this whole tray of Walla Walla onions. And then the other tray, I'll do half and half of the other two. And you're probably wondering, like, why am I choosing right now to go ahead and start my seeds? It's because I checked on the Farmer's Almanac for my area, and it gave me a list of everything to start and when to start. And it told me January is the time to start my onions. So this month I will be starting my onions. Next month I have quite a few plants that I'm going to be starting inside in February. So this month is onions. So if you're in my area as well, if you're in Eastern Kentucky, then you're also going to want to be starting your onion seeds. If you're planning on doing them from seed, start them now here in January. And I like that these are coated seeds. A lot easier to handle. I'm just going to go through and poke holes and then put my seed right in there. I'm not doing it deep. These are going to be pretty much on the surface because I'm going to go through with some more soil and cover them. These are not meant to be deep, just barely on the top. Alright, so now that all my seeds are inside the soil, I'm going to go ahead and put some soil on top just to cover them up, and these will be ready to go, and then I'll start my next tray. Alright friends, so my second tray is all done, and what I went ahead and did is I put a little red tag so that I know that this cell tray is going to be my Burgundy onions, and then this one is going to be my Jumbo Utah onions. So I'll know which is which and I won't get them mixed up. And then I have that whole tray of Walla Walla onions. So I'm going to go ahead and take these inside and get them under a heat lamp. So let's go inside and I'll show you my setup. Alright friends, so we are in one of our bedrooms and this is where I have my seeds all set up. It's warmer up here. I did have them downstairs last year in the basement. The basement is just too cold. It stays about 50 degrees and I need it to be warmer up here to keep these seeds so that they can germinate and grow better. And it's definitely warmer up here in the house. I've got my 2 trays here and I've got 2 grow lights that I bought last year, and this will be perfect for these 2 trays right now. I am definitely going to have to get my other setup going for my seeds that I'm going to start in February, but I still have a couple weeks before that happens. So I've got some time to get that going. Alright, so I will leave these trays covered until I see them sprout. It can take anywhere from 8 to 14 days before I start seeing some sprouts. And once I see the sprouts, I'll go ahead and remove the lid and just let them be as they are. I've got a spray bottle and this is how I'll be watering them. Once I see that that soil is starting to dry out a little bit, I'll go ahead and spray some of this on it. I'm excited. The beginning stages of this year's 2023 garden has started. Alright friends, so I hope you enjoyed this video of me starting my onion seeds. I will bring you along once I start seeing those sprout and give you an update on what is going on with my onions. And then I will see you back in February when we get started on the rest of our seed starts.